Yeah, so hi family, this is pianist Yoji. Um, so what we are going to study today is we are going to study the formation of skills, the formation of skills, the do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. How do we go about do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do? So we learned in our last video that we have key signatures. So we have C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. As our major, we have our minor keys, G sharp, our E flat, F sharp, a G sharp, and a B flat, right? So we have those signatures. We learned that in our last video. So we believe that in playing music, any kind of voice or any tone or any sound that we hear falls within this 12 signature. So in terms of playing music, so no matter the voice, if the person sing, Dana say, Dana say, Dana say, you have a key signature that will suit that singing. If it goes like Dana say, Daonya say. So no matter how the voice goes like it falls within a certain key signature. So what we have is we have to know the scale of every key signature. So we'll be doing the C major scale and we'll be looking at the formation of those scales. So we have something we call the tone, tone, semitone, tone, tone, semitone. So in the key formation, we believe that we have learned what a tone is. So I'll repeat that thing again in this video. When you say a tone means if you are standing here, there's a C major note, it's a C major note. So when you are standing here and we move from here to this point here, then we have a tone from where we were standing before and from here. So a tone means moving a step and leaving a note in the middle. So from here to here is a tone. From here to this point is a tone. Right? From here to this point is a tone. We have left a middle here. So just about moving a step ahead but leaving a note in the middle will give you a tone. And when you move a direct from here and move here, we have a semitone. That's a half a tone. So we are going to use what we call the tone, tone, semitone, tone, tone, semitone. This is what we'll be using to form the scale. So this is the general formula for finding every scale on the keyboard. So let's work on what we call the C major scale. So we have our C note here. So the first note that we have is our do note here. We have our re. So we have what we call do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. So how do we get those 8 notes on the keyboard? That's what we are doing today. Because that is what we'll be using to play the keyboard. So when you play that keyboard, so in that formation, you know that we have that range, right? So we know that we have that larger range of do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. And in that do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, we have a number system that goes with it, right? So that number system is, you know that the do is a 1, the re is a 2, the mi is a 3, the fa is a 4, the sol is a 5, the la is a 6, the ti is a 7, then you come back to a do, a higher do, right? That will be our 8 note. So we are trying to decode this solfegial system. What I mentioned is our solfegial system. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do is our solfegial system. So that is the kind of notes that we'll be using to play the keyboard, right? So instead of maybe let's say dana, so go do, mi, so, fa, mi, re, do. So we'll be using those signatures to play the keyboard. How do we get to play that solfegial system to suit a certain key that the person will be singing in. So that is what we are going to learn. We are going to learn the solfegial system using a certain key signature. So how do we get to form those solfegial systems out of all the 12 key signatures that we have on the keyboard? That's what we are doing today. So we know that from key C, yes, our do, we have our re, we have our mi, we have our fa, we have our so, we have our la, we have our ti, then we are back to a do. So how this is what we have for our key C. So we can have do, 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 mi, so, fa, mi, re, mi, fa, mi, re, do. So I was able to play it according to the solfegial system. So in the key formation, I said that I was able to decode the solfegial system based on a certain key formula that's called the tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone. How does this thing work? Or how does this thing come inside this formation? So let's see. When I stand here, I'll move a tone, right? I'll move a tone. So from do, I'll move a tone to re. I'll move another tone to a mi. So it's a tone, tone. So let me move another tone, tone. Then you have a semitone, right? So tone, tone, semitone. So I have to move a semitone as my next step. So you see, so the semitone is a direct note. So I have my semitone. So I have my do, re, mi, fa. So mi and fa is a semitone. So mi and fa is a semitone in terms of the formation. So when you start from your first note, always your first note is your do note in terms of the key signature, right? So if I'm trying to play a scale in C sharp. This C sharp is my do note, right? C sharp is my do note. So the same thing. So this is my do note. This is my re, mi, fa. So tone. We have our tone. We have another tone, and we have our semitone here. Then you have another tone. So it's a tone, tone, semitone. So we are going. So it's left with tone, 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 semitone. So let's see. Let's move another tone to a so. So from mi, fa to so is a tone. From so to a la is another tone. From la to a ti is also another tone. Then from a ti to a do is a semitone. So like this. So it's a direct movement. So we see how I was able to form this scale. So I have right. So that's my C major scale in terms of the formation. So we are going to do one more key signature. And after this video, if you get time, you're able to practice more and use that same formula to at least use that same formula to work on an F major scale. Use the same formula to work on maybe other scales. Can try a G major or any other scale. So I'll try and work on a C sharp scale with you, and we'll work on an F major scale with you. Then, if perhaps you can also work on other skills to find the other skills in nature using the same formula concept. So let's try a C sharp and C. We are here on a C sharp, right? So this is our C sharp. So on that C sharp, there's our tone note. So the formula is tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone. So let's see. So from here to here is a full tone. From here to here is supposed to be a tone, right? So this my do, my re also be a full tone. From here, it's also a full tone. So my next step should be a semitone. That's from mi to fa is a semitone, and ti to a do is a semitone, right? Apart from that, all of what is left are all tones, right? Yeah. So from mi to fa is a semitone. Fa. So I have my fa. So I have do, re, mi, fa, do, re, mi, fa, right? Then I have this one from here to here is a so. So I have my la. So from fa to so is a tone. La, from so to la is another tone. From la to T, from la to T is another tone. And from T to a do is the same tone. Do, so have do, re. Right, so this is my C major scale, right? So do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. So this is my C major scale. We can also work on our F scale. So from here, that's our do, that's our re, that's our mi, right? Then from fa is the same tone. Fa can move another tone for so. So from so to la is a tone. La, then you go to a T, then go to a do. So we have do, re, mi, fa, sol, la. So this is how we do the formation of every solfeggial system. So you can try hands on G and a B flat chord, and you get to understand how the key formation works. Thank you.